And particularly in the last year, I've put together a lot of my system of the legacy therapy model. It took me the first 44 years were in the making, and then the last year it's been really coming together. And I've seen amazing results with the legacy therapy, with the Nirenberg legacy therapy model. The title of today's lecture is Failure to Prescribe Thoughts as Medicine is Medical Malpractice. Failure to prescribe thoughts as medicine is medical malpractice, the new model of holistic medicine and psychology, the Nirenberg legacy therapy. It's a very serious statement making an accusation about medical malpractice. It's a shocking statement. But first, I want to preempt it by saying how great are our medical professionals, whether you're talking about MDs, LVNs, RNs, medical practitioners, physician assistants, the technicians, the psychologists, the psychiatrists, all the mental health workers, our surgeons, the researchers, an enormous industry of making tremendous contributions and enormous advances in both allopathic medicine and alternative medicine, holistic medicine. Enormous advances. And particularly in the last several decades, tremendous double-blind studies and research into natural approaches. We have such tremendous individuals, very bright people who have dedicated their lives, the studies, the internships, everything that people have to go through, the ordeal to be able to practice medicine, to gain the knowledge, and all the practical knowledge that our medical practitioners develop through hands-on experience over decades of helping people in the emergency rooms and in the hospitals and in their offices and in nutritional science, and all levels, enormous contributions, just enormous. And a lot of times when we talk about holistic medicine, we don't talk much about the contributions of allopathic medicine. Allopathic medicine and holistic medicine are both incredibly powerful, and we need a balance of the two. With holistic medicine, we have more natural approaches that are typically associated with that, using diet, acupuncture, massage, exercise has been recognized as a medical intervention. And then when we think of allopathic medicine, we have surgeries, but also there's attention paid not only to drugs, and we have some wonderful medications that have been researched and extremely powerful. We'll talk about some of those beautiful medications. But also then the role of food supplements, both we look at holistic approach and allopathic medicine. Tremendous research, enormous. And I would say probably within the last 10 years or so, even exercise is being recognized as a medical intervention, as a medicine. Exercise is medicine in terms of preventing heart attacks and strokes. Exercise is a way of increasing the mitochondria and all the brain cells and in the muscles. Exercise for diabetics, where exercise can actually, without even the use of insulin, using the GLUT4 enzymes, actually drive directly in the blood glucose right into the muscles without even the intermediary of the insulin. So it's been very thoroughly researched. And some of the medications are just wonder drugs. If you look at metformin for diabetics, well researched, typically well tolerated. And metformin not only decreases insulin resistance, but it helps prevent various cancers. It's an MK amplifier that actually increases lifespan. I mean, what a miracle drug metformin is. And then for preventing recurrence of heart attacks, the blood thinners, whether you have Plavix or aspirin or Coumadin and so forth, to thin out the blood, because we found out in recent times what some of the main causes of heart attacks. We found that it's not just the plaque on the arteries. Some people think, well, the plaque will just keep building up and block the passage of the blood. Actually, if you have 80% blockage, that's less likely to be a problem, because when you have a big amount of plaque, it usually gets capped with a strong calcium capsule won't rupture. It turns out probably a 40% blockage is more dangerous and that it's more likely to rupture. And when the plaque in the arteries rupture, then you have blood platelets aggregate around it as a wound on the endothelial cells in the coronary arteries. And when they aggregate there, they all collect and clump over there. And that causes the heart attack because as they clump, then the blood is blocked and can't make it to the heart. Because most of the heart attacks are ischemic heart attacks. We're not getting blood coming in, as opposed to hemorrhagic heart attacks or hemorrhagic strokes.